support and resistance, that's one very, very important point. You have to understand that the level where people bought or sold earlier on a stock, on a chart, means a lot, because psychologically, if someone, let's say, bought at a higher price, you know, and everybody went through that as a trader. Basically, you buy it at a price and it goes lower, and you know what, it comes back close to your price. Sometime you just say, you know what, okay, I'll break even, I'm selling, and that's it. Okay, so that happened a lot, and that's how you create resistance. And support is the same thing. You've got some people that say, listen, I bought it there and I sold it at a higher price, I made money. So if it come back to the same price, you know, people will have a tendency to buy it again. Just say, hey, it worked the first time, why not the second time? And a lot of traders, the most sophisticated, will trade using that as a very good base to buy at cheap level and then sell back, you know, at higher prices. So right here on this chart, let's forget the first part of the chart. I just want you to focus on this, because yes, there is trading opportunities there, but to cover the support and resistance, let's look at this. You have a big gap down, comes right there, and definitely there's a lot of selling but a lot of buying at this level. So we could say like the $38 level, actually even lower if you want to go take the bottom of this bar, but the $38 level is pretty good, and it goes, you know, back up a little bounce, and then it comes back down. And at this point, that's where you see a test of this support. At this point, you know, this 38 level, you know, there was even more buying coming in. Not more buying, but there was buying enough to support it, and then brought it back up. And then right here, we can see that nobody's able to push the stock low enough. And then again, you see a higher low. So you've got very strong support in this area. And what happened next is, as soon as you get a good push in it, and then you could draw a trend right here. That's a good entry after testing this area for many time. At that point, it did succeed. So that's it. And then it went up from there. And the best way to enter it for me is like this this flag setting up right here, which we'll see in the next few slides. And then you get a very strong entry. Okay. So also, one thing to understand is what was resistance at some point. This area always become a support. Actually, most of the time will become a support later. And that's what happened. You got this stock. This was a resistance there. Come back. And we go through it. And then this is now acting as a support. You can see another example of a support. You had this stock go very, go down on a lot of volume, came back up. This is the pivot point, you know, where the stock doesn't go any lower from that move down. Okay, then it moves and moves again, come back. In this area, you had two basic key support point that could have worked. You had this one. You add this one, or now you could have this one. But every time you take it, you basically take the position that if it works, you want to be ready to enter. But you need the confirmation where you have a higher high coming into the stock with good volume and everything that confirm the validity of the setup. Okay, just to give you basically larger perspective of the same chart. Now, another example of how these support and resistance work. This is an example of resistance. Back in October, Mosaic just crashed down from that level down to, about 65 to, 50, and then it went to as low as 25 and I think 23, 24, if I recall correctly, in a matter of a few weeks. So basically what happened, the stock made its way back there, but this line right here, which was the big gap, you can see all these people trapped right here. When they see it coming soon, or not coming soon, but coming close, and they're soon to be able to be break even, they will have just some of them will have the feeling or the urge of selling and breaking even, and you can see that resistance here. and the effect of it on the stock since it went close to 60. Okay, that's what happened, and that's something you need to be aware of.